An investigation is underway after a beating so severe it left the victim in a coma. It all stemmed from a fight with an employee at a Brickell bar, and that is where we find Local 10 News reporter Carlos Suarez. Carlos.
Lori, the family of the 20-year-old says that their son had to have part of his skull removed as a result of the injuries and that he is still having trouble speaking. Now, the incident report from the Miami Police Department details exactly what happened in that encounter and how everything seemingly came to a head near those steps right there. And apparently the encounter may have been caught by one of the surveillance cameras.
As any mother would be, has not left her son's bedside.
Joanna Gonzalez Goterra couldn't fight back the tears as her attorney described how her son Eduardo slipped in and out of a coma. The 20-year-old is recovering in a hospital after a night out with friends last month ended with him getting punched by a bouncer.
He punched in here. He destroyed everything inside. His eye cannot open very well his eye because of that. And it got the fracture.
According to police, Gonzalez Goterra got into it with a bouncer outside Ruby Lounge on Southwest 7th Street and 1st Court in Brickell. The bouncer claims he asked Eduardo to leave the club several times, at which point words were exchanged and things got out of hand.
He doesn't know where he at. He doesn't remember anything, like what happened. He knows his name, my name, you know, his date of birth. He thinks he's in 2015. He's frustrated because I don't know what is inside of his mind. I don't want to tell him the details that what happened that day.
Gonzalez Goterra was hit in the face and fell down some steps, hitting his head on a sidewalk. His family called the bouncer's actions excessive and said the injuries left their son with permanent brain damage.
His mother is here seeking accountability in the court of law from the police to arrest the gentleman that brutally assaulted her son.
Now, several weeks after the incident, and it is still unclear if investigators have released a copy of that surveillance tape. Now, we did reach out to both the bouncer, who has not been charged, as well as the general manager of the lounge, but we haven't heard back. We are live tonight in Brickell. I'm Carlos Suarez, Local 10 News.